This mud moat is one of 12 obstacles all over the course. Now that the area is safe again, most of the 25 or so residents have come back to see what's left of their close-knit community.
Alexander found an unusual connection.
Yeah, it's a very cool story we're about to hear. This week's Sports Spotlight is not just a feature on one athlete. Tonight we feature two, Mandan senior Aaron Collins and fifth grader Josh Steckler. The two have developed an unlikely friendship that goes beyond their love for the game of basketball. Joel, Simba is a 16-year-old mixed breed who was just days away from being put to sleep. However, it was one not so well-known treatment that helped him overcome some difficult odds. Josh Steckler and his family are hooked on hoops.
It's just that my dad and my mom, they were basketball players. And then I tried it out once and I wasn't very good, but I just liked it, just being out there because it was a family thing. We would usually all go out there and just play basketball.
Mandan Braves guard Aaron Collins also has family ties to the sport.
I've been surrounded by basketball my whole life. My sister played, my dad's a coach at Bismarck State.
These two athletes have more in common than a passion for the game. They also share scars.
For the last several years, it's been pretty difficult. His sister, his father, and Josh all have hereditary pancreatitis.
It is a rare genetic condition that causes severe pain. Patients with this incurable condition also have a much higher risk of developing diabetes and cancer.
His father got pancreas cancer, fought it for 3 years. His sister had 2 transplants, 3 major surgeries, and then Josh, he was getting sicker. His father passed in August, and he had the transplant a month later. You know, you just wish kids didn't have to go through that stuff. You know, he's been through too much, you know.
As a child, Aaron was diagnosed with Wilms tumor stage 4. The condition created cancer in his lungs and liver. Aaron had to have the tumor and a kidney removed while also going through 2 lung surgeries. Chemotherapy and radiation sent his cancer into remission. Aaron went on to make the Mandan varsity basketball team as a freshman and was an All-West Region player last year. Aaron, now a senior and healthy, but Josh was still missing school and had to stop playing on his traveling basketball team, the Heaters.
For a long time, I did not see him smile. You know, Dad was gone. He felt he wasn't getting better.
A friend who knew about Aaron's ordeal told Beth about it. It was around New Year's this year when she set up a meeting between Aaron and her son.
The first thing they did was really show their scars.
Well, he had a surgery, not like mine, but he had a surgery and I had a surgery, and we both have scars, and we both like basketball.
We both love basketball, but outside of that, there's even more. You know, we both went through things like medical-wise, the same stuff, so it's kind of nice and fun for both of us to be able to bond that way.
Josh and Aaron hang out on the weekends to shoot hoops together, and they even have their own special handshake.
Oh, wait.
Who's better at basketball, you or Aaron?
Me.
Why are you better?
I am. I don't really have a reason, but I am.
They can both easily relate to each other. I've noticed that a lot, especially when they're on the court. You know, they just kind of gel together.
I just felt blessed that, you know, there's people like Aaron. Here's a young man who's an amazing basketball player, a great person, had health challenges also, and he's out on the court. I think that was really powerful for Josh to actually, you know, have that hope.
You can do so much things through basketball. You can make friends, you can meet new people, you can change someone's life, and I think that's probably the most important thing. It's fun for me, just as much fun for him. I mean, I hope we just keep in touch for the long run. I mean, he's an awesome kid.
Josh and his sister still struggle through the pain of pancreatitis every day, and it will be months before Josh's family knows if his transplant worked.
When I see him out there with Aaron playing and smiling, you know, I think he realizes that he's going to get better physically and that he can do this.
Brandon Eckroth has a talent on the soccer field that few can master.
For a flip throw-in, it gives us a corner kick from anywhere from the start of our half to the to the goal, basically. So we have a 50-yard range of a corner kick.
Eckroth is a senior at Century. The 2-year varsity player mastered the flip throw at a young age with the help of another sport.
I started gymnastics when I was young. I was like 3, and then I was in it until I was the average age of like 10 or 11 when most of people would quit and stuff. And I just learned the flips there, and then I would keep doing it. And then I remember BSL, I think it was like 6th grade, is when I tried it my first time. And then after that, in high school, I've just been trying it ever since. And then strengthening myself, strengthening my shoulders, my arms, so I can just throw it the extra bit.
Brandon makes it look pretty easy. I've really only seen one other player do it almost as good as him. I think Brandon's passed him, and that was a former teammate of mine, Davis Beatty.
Beatty's flip throw helped Bismarck High make a run to the state final in '07, a game it would lose to Century High. And it's Eckroth's flip throw that has given this year's Patriots squad far more chances to score.
Yeah, it's an extra corner kick. It's an extra free kick directly into the box that we can never be offsides on. So, I mean, we can essentially throw everybody right on the goalkeeper and just throw it into the mix and play a little pinball and hope for the best.
The flip throw has led to 8 Patriots goals this season. And after doing it hundreds of times thus far in his soccer career, Eckroth says it's nothing to sweat about.
First few times, you think you're just going to fall. You think the ball's just going to slip out from under you, but I don't know. After I mastered it, the first couple times is perfectly fine.
With the state tournament this week, an Eckroth throw-in or two might be what flips the Patriots into a state champion. For NBC North Dakota Sports, I'm Alexander Gorney. The fire started a couple miles west of Bucyrus at around 3 p.m. yesterday. Firefighters would take on these flames till this morning. Firefighters worked all night in an effort to contain an estimated 8,000 to 10,000 acre wildfire. And when dawn approached, the site was devastating.
It's terrible. It's terrible. It's just plumb terrible. It should have never happened, but it did.
This is what the town looked in the morning as evacuees returned. Smoke was still rising, some flames were still burning, and 24 structures, including 4 homes, were destroyed.
I was pretty sick when I drove by and saw these homes burning, and I was out on the highway when I drove by at that time, and not a very good feeling. Worse this morning when the sun comes up and you got to drive through and actually look at them.
Bucyrus residents were told to evacuate, and Highway 12 was closed to everyone but firefighters.
Well, we didn't know if it was coming to Bucyrus or not. Adams County Sheriff's Department come by, told us that we should probably think about getting things packed up. And it wasn't more than 3-4 minutes, they come back and says, we need to get going, everybody get out, we need to evacuate the town.
For firefighters, it was a battle involving more than just the flames.
70-mile-an-hour winds, probably, huh? Pretty tough to do anything with it when it's that windy. Travels pretty fast. I hope I never see another one like this. Not much fun.
Around 20 volunteers were helping firefighters control the blaze using their farming vehicles.
I would assume if we didn't have all the tractors and discs and dozers on the head of that fire, it would have grown quite a bit larger. You know, it helped save some homes.
When residents of this close-knit community came back to see the rubble of some of the homes, they imagined that without the firefighters, it could have been worse.
I praise the fire department. They did one heck of a job. So I commend them.
As for now, the residents will reflect. Now that the area is safe again, most of the 25 or so residents have come back to see what's left of their close-knit community.
The winter sports season finally coming to an end.
Finally, it's been, 6 weeks of just state championships? Perfection is one word you could use to describe the Bishop Ryan girls basketball season coming into tonight. 26 games played and 26 wins. Only one team was left in their way from a 27th win and State B title. That team was Central Cass. Both teams featured strong post players, Central Cass's Faith Dooley and Ryan's duo of Gabby Bowl and Hannah Stewart. Lions in control early on. Maddie Wall drains the long two. Bishop Ryan up 6 after 1. Second quarter, Squirrels, they're keeping it close. Faith Dooley gets the N1 down low, and with that, Central Cass takes a 1-point lead. Last few seconds of the half, Lions rush it up the court. Hannah Stewart is going to heave one from near half court, and it is good. Lions with that take a 4-point lead into the locker room. Third and early fourth quarter was dominated by the Squirrels. They go on a huge run. Hannah Bresky hits the three. Later, it's going to be Kirby Camus, and she's going to hit the three from the corner. That was part of a 16-0 run by the Squirrels. They would lead by as much as 8 at one point in the fourth, but the Lions roar back. Quinn Harmon finds Stewart on the outlet pass. Ryan retakes the 1-point lead with just 2 minutes to play. Under a minute left now. Harmon's going to drive and score. Lions take a 3-point lead. Just 4 seconds left now. Gabby Bowl needs to make this free throw to seal it up, and she does. Bishop Ryan, your state champions for Class B. They finished the season 27-0. Hannah Stewart, 27 points and tournament MVP. Third place game, Napoleon meeting up with Thompson. Thompson wins 54-53 to take third place. Some other scores, Benson County wins in the 5th place game. Newtown takes the 7th place game, and Hannah Larson wins Miss Basketball for 2013. NHL, Wild first in the Central taking on San Jose. First period, Sharks have a great scoring chance. Andrew Desjardins takes his shot that gets deflected by Nicholas Backstrom. Backstrom had a strong day in the net. They are tied at nothing after one. Second period, Wild coming off the power play. Miko Koivu finds Zach Parise alone in the crease. Parise scores 1-0 Wild. Third period, Wild with the man advantage. Koivu kicks the puck out to Ryan Suter near the blue line. Suter sends it up to Jared Spurgeon, who blasts the one-timer into the net. Wild win 2-0. Backstrom picks up his second shutout of the season. Bobcats also winners tonight 4-3 in overtime. Third round of the Arnold Palmer Invitational. There's Arnie right there, the man, the myth, the legend. Nicholas Thompson. Watch this, JR. Have you ever done this before? Hitting a shot from the water. Yeah, all the time? Well, I don't bet you don't get it that close. Later, Tiger Woods. Awesome day today. He, on the par 3 7th, he faces a 191-yard shot with a 7-iron. It looks good in the air, and watch this. Within a couple feet, what, that doesn't go in? Come on, it's Tiger Woods. It's supposed to go in every time. Tiger Woods in the lead going into the final round tomorrow. He's at 11 under. Ricky Fowler, John Howe, Justin Rose tied for second.
Tiger really turning things around lately.
Yeah, he's gotten really good this year.
Dialing it in. All right, thanks a lot, Alexander. We'll have a last look at weather after this.